WCOM FM 103.5, broadcasting live from Carborough, North Carolina, and streaming worldwide at WCOMFM.org. Hey, everybody, welcome to Martini Mondays, shaking it up with Ruby Martini and Magnolia Steele. Ruby Martini here.
And I'm Magnolia Steele.
Welcome, everybody. We are excited to invite you to our audio stage where we flirt with vintage and contemporary burlesque, ponder random thoughts of interest, hopefully of interest, and have engaging conversations with our guests. This evening, you guys get us the entire episode. Mother Nature and her tawdry threats had us shuffling our scheduling. So our originally scheduled guests this evening moved to a different date. Magnolia and I are here to chat you up. Our focus is going to be on us this evening. Magnolia, it is so good to lay eyes on you.
Hey, Ruby, it is wonderful to be here. I had to hustle and get here, and honestly, I thought I was going to be late.
Oh, Magnolia, do tell.
Well, Ruby, I was on my way here doing fine on time, and off in the distance in front of me, there was this beat-up old Saturn sedan.
Oh, my.
All the traffic behind started speeding up to get past, and there was, I really saw a leg hanging out the back window, just a waving in the wind, and it surprised me, kind of horrified me, actually. I was about ready to call 911 when that leg bent in an angle that, it looked like it hurt. I thought, oh my gosh, a broken leg? Wait a minute. Those aren't toes. They're fingers. Look at that. Oh, it was hairy? Oh, my gosh. That was the biggest arm I have ever seen on a human being. And it bent up and played like, in the wind. I finally got right beside that Saturn and saw why everybody in front of me was flying past and fast. I saw the bumper sticker and it read, I have the perfect body. It's in the trunk.
Ooh.
And it's starting to smell.
Oh.
Now, that car did stink, but it was like exhaust leaking. Good grief. Did the people honestly think that it was going to be random body parts? I am pleased to say I held my breath and made it past. Always, anyway, I'm here on time.
I'm so relieved you made it on time, Magnolia. Let's take a minute to honor our underwriters. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So big, huge thanks to Double Martini Productions, your local nonprofit performing arts collaborative, with a big announcement. Their monthly fundraisers are back on the calendar. An afternoon of vaudeville art every second Saturday of every month up until December. And the next one is April 11th. Local artists of all skill levels are invited to this drawing event featuring live models in vaudeville, pinup, and burlesque costuming, as well as some fun and funky daily fashions. This event is held at Snow Approach Foundation, located at 129 East King Street in downtown Hillsborough. You're invited to come and draw. Just bring your drawing supplies. There's plenty of room for easels, and we do request a donation or suggest a donation, usually $15 to $25 to help with this fundraiser. For more information and to register, go to doublemartini.org and then select Art Drawing Events.
We also have Cat Moves Traveling Studio, delivering award-winning dance and fitness coaching and training to you at your location at your convenience. Join Kat every Tuesday for free line dancing from 6 to 7 at 129 East King Street in Hillsborough. Find out more at catmoves.me. That's cat with a K, moves.me. And perfect perfect timing celebrations, providing personalized and traditional and contemporary officiant services with a budget-friendly rate to help you keep your wedding and your vow renewal stress-free. Find them on Facebook. Search Perfect Timing Celebrations. All of our underwriters are linked to our Facebook page.
And you can find us on Facebook by searching at WCOM Ruby. And you can become an underwriter of our broadcast. Hop on over to that Facebook page and send us a message.
Oh, Ruby. Sounds like that's a good lead-in for our Back in Time Burlesque segment.
That's a great idea, Magnolia. Let's do it. Our weekly segment of Back in Time Burlesque teases a dancer or performer from the vintage era of burlesque. And today we are going to honor Miss Jenny Lee. Jenny Lee's very buxom figure gave her the most perfect burlesque gimmick. She would spin her nipple tassels. Can we say nipple tassels? I think we just did.
I know. We have that tendency.
She could spin her nipple tassels as fast as she possibly could. She was so good, she became known as the Bazoom Girl. Jenny Lee had some minor film roles, but her most incredible success was founding the Exotic Dancers League of America, where she collected and preserved burlesque history. This grew so much that it finally morphed into the Exotic World Museum, now known as the Burlesque Hall of Fame.
Last week, we spoke of Dixie Evans, and Dixie and Jenny Lee were very close friends. When Jenny Lee's health declined, Dixie Evans took over the reins of the museum on Jenny's behalf. Be this day the annual Burlesque Hall of Fame weekend. There is Jenny Lee Award for the fastest nipple-tasting twirling.
Jenny Lee left quite a legacy in the burlesque community. And listeners, I hope you will do a deeper dive to learn more about Miss Jenny Lee and American burlesque. Now, this week, we're doing a spin on speaking of spinning, we are spinning on a few things a little differently this week. Normally, we manifest a moment with Magnolia, but this week, Ruby has the cards. So I have already given them a good shuffle. I'm going to hand them to Magnolia. I know she has methodologies, and we're going to ask her to select a card, and then we're going to have her read it to us. Ooh. There it is. It came flying out.
Ooh, actually, there's two.
Okay, the one that hit the deck first.
Well, it was upside down, so I guess this is the one that you want to read. This one, or do you want me to read it?
I would like for you to read it.
Oh, okay.
They're surprising cards.
Oh, yes, this is interesting. You are right where you belong. Sharpening your claws in the shadows, ready to strike.
Dear listeners, this deck is called the Sinister. Hold on. I don't want to lie to you.
Her already put her box away.
I know. Sinister Affirmations, Mantras for Formidable Women. So
we're formidable.
I think we're formidable, but that was a great read.
That is funny.
So, I mean, how do we even use this for an intention? We're just ready to strike?
Yes.
I think that's it.
Well, my nails are done.
Sharpening the claws.
Does that count?
All right, everybody. This is the second episode where Magnolia and I are flying duo. And so we do our official introductions on these episodes. So I'm really excited to formally introduce Magnolia Steele to you. Magnolia Steele the southernest belle you will ever meet. Born to a very wealthy family, she originally planned to go into the family business of running liquor across state lines and bribing politicians. Fortunately for us, she saw the error of her ways and now is more than happy to let the liquor and the bribes come to her.
And here is what you need to know about Ruby Martini. Ruby Martini was born in a house of rowdy spies, raised in the grimy, dusty dirt road. Her first memories are of a visceral V8 pavement-hugging rear end, the most natural gateway to Ruby's determination-focused, haul-ass, hot rod lifestyle. Ruby is truly a kitten at heart, but approaches every day with sass and a big slappy paw of that lioness.
All right, listeners, we originally had our original guests were Sudie Rakusin, a local artist here in Orange County, and her art assistant, Kim Pettineo. We had them all booked, and then we started thinking about Mother Nature maybe being a little ugly to us, and decided for everyone's safety of our guests that we would delay their visit into a different month. So we just want to honor Sudie and give her some mentions. Her website, SudieRakusin.com. I'm going to spell that for everyone. It's S like Sunday, UDIERAKUS like Sunday, IN.com. And she does have a new design happening right now. And there will be shopping available in early April. You can go and take a look at all of the beautiful pieces that are there. And if you, hopefully, I want all of you to be interested in something. And you can send an email to info@SudieRakusin.com and you can make a purchase that direction.
Yeah, this past Saturday, Ruby and I attended the opening reception for Sudie and her latest exhibit, Sacred Symbolism of Women and Nature, and done in clay and oil. And it's going to run March 13th through April 18th at Thomas Stevens Art Gallery in Hillsborough. Us Hillsborians, we also say Mayor Tom. Mayor Tom.
Mayor Tom's
He is no
Art
longer
Gallery.
the mayor, but
he's
still
always the mayor to us.
He is always that mayor. It's always nice to have that local art.
Yes, it is. And Sudie, for this exhibit, she is partnered with Marilyn Palsha, and Marilyn does clay work. She does beautiful dimensional work, and the combination of their two aspects of art are really beautiful together. And I wanted to share this. This is a nice overview that I'm pretty sure Kim probably submitted. Both artists work with elemental materials, clay and oil. Sudie's women are ready to walk out of their paintings into Marilyn's three-dimensional worlds, while Marilyn's sculptures appear ready to step off their pedestals and inhabit the textured environments that Sudie creates. Together, they craft an artistic ecosystem where the boundaries between mediums blur, inviting viewers into a space where painting breathes and sculpture dreams. I thought that was beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I really, really like it.
Great.
Additionally, there is going to be a new solo exhibit from Sudie that is going to be right here in Scarborough at the My Muse Gallery, and that will be from May 1st until June 29th, and you can stay tuned to Sudie's website for more details regarding that. All right, dear listeners, I suppose we really want to talk about a vision that Magnolia and I have. We want to pull together in the fall, probably September, a fundraiser And that will be to benefit not only our nonprofit, but also WCOM, and be able to contribute to the general funding of the radio station so that we can continue, as they say, to keep the lights on. Although when we're in the studio, we turn the lights off. And
yeah, what is it with us and darkness, girl?
We're like little moles. We
live in the dark.
I have very tender Scottish eyes, and so overhead lights just kind of are a bummer. A lot of times people will say to us, how often do you guys perform? And our answer is as often as we are allowed. We're capable of, scheduled, booked to perform. That's what we love to do. But what we're thinking about doing, because this will be a fundraiser that will also benefit WCOM, is to bring some local talent to our stage. And by local talent, we mean volunteers. And by volunteers, we mean singers and dancers. We also are thinking about specialty performers like magicians and jugglers and baton twirlers, hula, I didn't mean hula, hoopers. So if you are a dabbler of creative arts, we would love to hear from you and put together a show with guest performers. That would be you. You can reach us again by that same email, WCOMRuby@gmail.com. And our goal is to have enough volunteers that we would perform multiple vignettes throughout the evening of the fundraiser, instead of having like a full 2-hour performance show that we love doing as our sort of our signature show. We would do smaller vignettes throughout the evening for the folks that we have invited, to hopefully entice them to donate lots and lots of cold hard cash to WCOM. All right.
Cold hard cash.
Cold hard cash.
Yes. So, yes, this is a wing-in show. So, do we want to play one of our songs?
Yeah, let's do Magnolia. You pick.
Oh, this is going to be very fun.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Steps up to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. nothing's worrying me.
I love that song. Yeah. Anything Burt Bacharach is...
Well, yeah. I mean, it does bring back some memories for me, too.
Yes. Did you see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid when it came out in the theaters, when it was originally released? My mom took my sister
I don't even know what year it released.
I have no idea. It was like Mom
I do remember.
O'clock.
Yeah, well, I do remember seeing it. I don't remember if I was old enough to see it in the theater or not.
Maybe not. You're such a baby.
Well, I don't know. Was that in the early 70s or the late 60s?
Sometime in the 60s.
Well,
later.
I'm a mid-60
Or
baby.
early 70s. I don't even know. I don't want to Google it either. I know everyone out there is like, we're not Googling.
We're not Googling. And you can't call us because we don't know how to use the phones.
That's right. We are such babies that we are slowly adding in different elements to the board. Like today, when we got here, we actually logged into our DJ PC so that we could figure out how to access things online there. So we're growing.
Yeah, just in case if the line in doesn't work, that's what you do.
Or if Ruby's not here one night.
Yeah.
Because, it's coming.
I know. So, going into... Miss Ruby over here decided that she hasn't had enough surgeries.
Never.
She needed another one.
Evidently.
And I really thought it was going to be your wrist, because that's what I've been hearing the most about. And I thought for sure. She goes, yes, this carpal tunnel. She told me all about the carpal tunnel, but we had to wait until after the boobs souffled.
That's right. The boobs had to souffle.
And they've after, it was 3, 4? How many?
So 2024, double mastectomy, immediate reconstruction in August, redo of the reconstruction in April, and then redo in August, and then a fluffing up in November.
Yeah.
So that was 4 surgeries, because the very first one was...
But we had
you take them off, then you put new ones in.
Yeah.
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 And so that was 7 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was zonked out. I was in la la land.
You have those. She has pecs that, everybody was jealous of.
I can do some good pec tricks now.
Talk about, and it wasn't your pecs, but, so she's got to have hip surgery. Yeah, we were talking out in our round table. We were talking about her, which hip it was.
Yeah, so I have arthritis. This feels so silly saying this out loud. I do not feel like I'm of an age where I should have arthritis, but I am, and I do. And I'm having a hip replacement surgery on the 13th of April, and on a Monday. So my dear Magnolia will be here flying on one wing, going in circles, hopefully not, right?
Are we not playing background music?
Oh, where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, look, Ruby.
I was just curious.
We were talking about my boobs, and I got distracted.
See? Too many balls in the air.
And we don't want to talk about the balls. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, that's coming up. It's coming down the pike. But, things happen, and we just keep pushing on through. But, yeah, the carpal tunnel got totally shelved.
Derailed. It was totally derailed. I hadn't heard her even complain about it.
No, I whined about it at night and in the morning.
Yeah, the hip replaced it.
Oh, my God.
The hip replaced it. So, we in fact, Saturday night, something came up. And I was talking about your very gifted caboose. came up in conversation.
Do tell, Magnolia.
Well, I was talking about how you could control each side separately.
I have a very talented hindsight.
I don't even know where I jumped off to get there.
I have no idea, but don't tell everything because it is my stage gimmick.
It is, honey. It's
so when we have a show, you have to come see
because it is a classic for sure.
One of the things that we're hoping to pull together is to partner with the American Cancer Society and do a fundraiser with and for them. And it's like all of a sudden we can't decide. It's like, do we do one great big show and then split the proceeds, which might be the easiest thing to do, instead of doing a show for this and a show for that, because that's what we used to do. 2019, we had a show every single month, and some months we had 2 or 3. So we really got to push our performance Jones.
Oh, yeah. And I felt it.
Yeah, we all felt it. At the end of our performing season, I promised everyone that we will not have that many shows the next year.
And we didn't. She kept her promise.
COVID came and said, get off the stage.
Yep.
Exit stage left. So that was a turning point for us, really, because what ended up happening is that a lot of the performers in the troupe, because we weren't doing shows, we really didn't need to rehearse, although we in good spirit, we did meet every Sunday through October, I believe it was. And we would meet outside at parks, and we would, bring food and drink and just hang out and be as social as we were allowed without, I guess, going to COVID jail or whatever the flavor of the day was. And so after that, our performers are like, I'm not used to rehearsing anymore, and I've taken up watercolors, and I've taken up knitting, and I've taken up poetry slams, and I'm like, that's great. Everybody has to have a creative outlet. Magnolia and Ruby looked at each other and said, well, let's go do karaoke.
That's what we did.
And that's what we did. That was our performance stage. That was where we rehearsed. That was how we practiced. That's where we worked on new numbers. And I'm just thankful that we were able to do that, because we really pushed ourselves in that regard.
We have grown, absolutely.
A little bit.
In that area.
Let's do another Martini melody. Your choice.
My choice. Well, this is hang on, because I'm gonna. Okay.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather. Since my man and I ain't together, keeps raining all of the time. Oh yeah, life is bare. Weather, and I just can't get my poor self together. Oh, I'm weary all of the time. So weary all of the time. When he went away, the blues walked in and met me. weather keeps raining all of the time. Oh, keeps raining all of the time. Oh, yeah, raining all of the time. Stormy, stormy, stormy weather. Yeah.
All right. I think Magnolia, that was one choice for you, I believe.
Yeah. We're doing a theme.
Well, are we?
Well, it wasn't on purpose.
We didn't mean to.
We didn't mean to.
But Mother Nature sort of made it happen.
Well, we have a list of songs that we already had chosen, and it's just hilarious how much these that we have a theme going with the ones that we already had chosen.
And especially for a day when we were supposed to have guests, and we don't have any guests, so we reverted back to the playlist from our first duo. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, there's a lot of rain going on there. A lot of good songs about rain and stormy weather.
It is.
Oh my gosh. So we were trying to figure out how to lead into an event that we had the middle of January, I guess it was. We had an event called GRRLFrinn Mexican, and there were 8 of us there, and it was Ruby plus 7, and the 7 who were there were so instrumental in helping me out with my most recent surgery. That was in November surgery, and having to get through that and on the other side of that. And so we all met and went to our favorite Mexican restaurant that we're not naming names because people will be like, no. And then there'll be a contest and everybody will say, nah, that's not the right. So our GRRLFrinn Mexican is our favorite place to go. And that's where we went.
You got to explain the GRRLFrinn Mexican.
Well, I guess I could. Yes. So the reason we call it GRRLFrinn Mexican is because the first maybe 3 times I went there, I went with 3 different girlfriends. And each time I would go home and say, boyfriend, this Mexican restaurant is so good. Next time we go to Mexican, we really need to go to it. And he would say, it's not my favorite food group. I like where we go already. I know what to order. And I said, that's okay. I'll just call this place GRRLFrinn Mexican, and no boys are allowed. And that's how we came to GRRLFrinn Mexican. So the next GRRLFrinn Mexican date is on the 28th of March. I think it's the 28th.
Yes.
Yes. So all you GRRLFrinn Mexican girlfriends, you know who you are. If I haven't heard from you about the 28th, you know that I'm going to be sending you some messages. And if you are booked for our show, or if you've been on our show and you want to come to GRRLFrinn Mexican, send me an email because you have my email if you're going to be on the show. Na, 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 na. That's how that works. But
catch it.
When we go to GRRLFrinn Mexican, Magnolia and I always order.
Always. Well, Poppy started us on that.
Yes, Poppy started it, but it's the
Corona Rita.
Or Margarona.
Margarona?
Corona Rita.
No, Corona.
I think it's 6 1 half a dozen.
No, it starts with a Corona.
Oh, it does start with a Corona? So it's a Corona Rita.
It's a Corona Rita upside down in a margarita.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to let it out slowly. And we can't have frozen. They are way too sweet.
They are way sweet. So we get the Corona Rita, and then we also split a flight.
Yeah, but they don't call it a flight. They call it something else. We don't know what they call it. We order it and we call it a flight, and they look at us and we go,
that right there. We point.
That's what we want.
But that has 4, maybe 3 ounce or 4 ounce.
They're
margarita.
like little.
I think it's like a 4 ounce. Little 4 ounce glass.
Yeah, and they're all different flavors, and the
yummy delish,
and the I guess I was going to say chef, but the chef doesn't make the drinks.
No, the bartender.
The bartender, it's his choice, and so we never know what we're going to get.
But they're always delicious.
They always are delicious.
Yeah. So if the Girlfriend Mexican talk is making me be like, what is this place? You can email us and we might tell you. It is.
We actually went to, when we finished the show last week, Veronica went out with us afterwards, and it was a different one, and they made us a Corona Rita.
They did. They sure did. We didn't see it on the menu.
No, it wasn't on the menu. Yeah.
And we ordered way too much food.
Oh, we did. We've got it. We were going to get nibblies. You know,
we got nibblies, but we got one too many.
Yes, we got one too many nibblies.
Yeah. So we have to remember that.
Yeah, that was. So we're looking forward to Girlfriend Mexican, because that is. We've tried all kinds of stuff off that menu. Yeah.
Last time we had Girlfriend Mexican, we started talking about how the 8 of us should rent a house at the beach, and how we should do this, girl trip. And it sounded great, and I think we should. And during this conversation, I said that I was going to call the world-renowned nipple tattoo artist in Maryland. His name is Vinny, and you go get Vinnied after you've had breast cancer. There's a lot of times it's not nipple sparing. You just lose those things. And I was telling the table, it's like, well, I made the phone call and I could make an appointment. And one of my besties who were there piped up and said, oh, we'll all go and make a day trip of it. I'm like, no, y'all are not coming to that appointment. It's probably just going to be me and Honey Bun. We're going to go. But anyway, I never feel like it's too much information. I really don't. I feel like it's not too much information, because there might be someone out there right now who is like, what? What do you mean you lose your nipples when you get... Yeah, I didn't expect it. It surprised the hell out of me.
They don't tell you the percentages.
No, and they also, you don't know, really, a lot of times. You don't know until you're sitting there with the surgeon pre-surgery, and they're like, yeah, we're going to have to take them. And you're like, what? But yeah, it's all good. I've got nice perky boobs now, so.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I don't know if we're going to play this episode back. We might have to put this one in the deep, dark archives.
I don't know.
In the sinister archives.
Well, yeah, because we said I have one more topic, but I don't know.
What's the other topic that you have?
Our girlfriend weekend that you and I went on.
Oh, yes. That was a good one. That one really, the sinister cards
line up so perfectly with that.
They really do. So,
oh, look at you and your other magic box
of cards.
Oh.
Magnolia and I did a girls' weekend, and we stayed east of Raleigh in a lovely little, it wasn't an Airbnb, it was a bed and breakfast, like the old-fashioned type. And it was gorgeous.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to shorten a story, which is rare in my, y'all need to make
We're going to put her on a timer if she's shortening a story.
All right, so I'm shortening the story. So we were down at breakfast. That's how I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it at breakfast, so there you go. We were down at breakfast, and one of the ladies who usually cleans the rooms, the people who own the bed and breakfast were out of town. Their daughter stays in a place in the back, and we're all down there eating, and I just made a comment to the lady who cleans the rooms. I said, Yeah, Ruby's room, and then there was that empty room in between us, and then my room was on the other end. And I said, that person that was in that room in between us was really loud last night. That guest was loud. And she looked at me, she goes, there wasn't a guest staying in that room last night. And I said, well, I didn't say they were alive. And she looked at me, you met Claire? And I said, well, I didn't meet her, but she was really loud. I mean, she was banging everything and making noise. And I said, but that's not the room you need to have problems about. I said, when you leave out of my room and you go past the stairwell, I said, that back room on the back of the house, I said, that's the room that has something in it you need to worry about. And she goes, oh, my word, that's the reason why the cabinets in the kitchen don't stay closed. And I was like, that's an interesting room. I said, do you want me to fix it? I just kind of volunteered. Ruby and I had walked the property out back, and I explained to Ruby that the back of the building, and I had never been there before, and I didn't look it up. Ruby had found the place to start with, and I just sent her the money. Yeah, sure, I'm on the go.
She trusts me.
Yeah, so I just said, this back of the house wasn't built. It was built afterwards. And I said there was a fire, and I went on and on and on, unbeknownst that the daughter was sitting there on the back, and she goes, yeah, she's right. And I was just talking. Imagine
that.
I know. So then I explained that there was something in that room, and she goes, yes, and I again volunteered to fix it. I did go upstairs and do that for them. It was kind of interesting. I rearranged the furniture. You don't normally rearrange furniture in bed and breakfasts, but yeah. I did. And then explained, oh, my word, did somebody sleep here last night? And they went, yeah. And I said, well, it went home with them. So they had a hitchhiker.
Yep. So that was a very interesting trip. The fact that, well, Magnolia is, what was the, oh, brother, where art thou? She's bona fide. Hers bona fide. But the fact that the groundskeepers, et cetera, validated everything that Magnolia just like sprung out of her mouth, and it was a pretty interesting weekend. That was a lot of fun. I look forward to doing another one of those. The room that I was in, the closet door would not close, which, yeah, chalk it off to an old house. And I mean, this was a very stately old home, and I propped the door shut because I didn't want to sleep with the closet door open.
And I slept with my light on.
Yeah, so we knew that
we knew we were in.
We are both very tuned in to this type of thing, and we knew. And my 3 pair of boots were very safe in that closet. So
yes, so that's hilarious. Her and her 3 boots. We were there overnight.
We were.
And you brought 3 pairs of boots.
Well, I didn't know what I was going to wear, so I brought, for one day, essentially just finding somewhere nice to go out to eat, I brought 3, not costumes because we were not on stage, but 3 outfits, and each required a different pair of boots. I couldn't decide.
Oh, so. I'm so glad when you went to Europe, you had already learned how to pare down.
Well, when we went to Europe, I didn't take a single pair of boots with me.
Well,
I had my hiking boots, but they don't count.
They don't count.
Yes, they are a boot. They're in a boot box, but no, they don't count. So I do have this other little deck. It's called a delve deck. And we're just
what are the colors?
The darker the color, the darker the delve.
Ooh.
I know. So you pick.
I don't know.
Dark to light. The dark ones are back here.
I'm thinking we're supposed to be sinister today, aren't we?
Reach and pull, and we'll see what it says.
What does that one say?
What about you makes the least sense?
What about me that makes the least sense?
Maybe what we just got through talking about.
Yes, well, absolutely.
That would be.
That always, it's always a good topic. I do find that, and I'm umming and I'm not supposed to. I do find that some people go, oh yeah, that's real. Some people go, oh no, that's not real, kind of situation. But that's okay. That's why, I mean, I can tell you I don't go anywhere without a deck of tarot cards. I have them with me all the time. At any bar that I go to in town, I will always have a deck of tarot cards.
This one's deep.
Oh, good.
What do you hope happens when we die? I hope we're happy little illuminated lights when we all recognize each other. And we have a wonderful place to start a new existence. That's what I hope happens.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that. Yep.
That's cheery.
I think it's cheery. I like little illuminating lights.
I think I'm going to be battling.
You're going to be battling? No, please don't. Let's listen to another Martini melody.
Oh, yes. So let's see if we're going to, I don't know. Does it look like rain?
Ooh, I don't know.
Your mind and your experience call to me. You have lived and your intelligence is sexy. I wanna know what you got to say. I wanna know what you got to say. I wanna know what you got to say. I can tell you taste like the sky, 'cause you look like rain. You look like rain, 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 you look like rain. Like a whip on a horse's back, stretched out to the limit, you make it crack. Send that horse round and round the track. I wanna know what you got to say. I wanna know what you got to say. I wanna know what you got to say. I can tell you taste like the sky, 'cause you look like rain. You look like rain, 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 you look like rain. Yeah, you look like rain. You look like rain.
helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. Can't you see that you're leading me on? And it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you on my own. When I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. Too misty and too much in love.
Another lovely weather-related song there. I absolutely love that one. Every version of it. I love Ray Stevens' version of it with the banjo. I just love that song.
Ray Stevens.
Yeah. Have you ever heard Ray Stevens' version of Misty?
No, I'm going to have to
Google it.
Google it. It's a verb.
Right. Oh, listeners, we just thank you so much for tuning in and supporting us and being a little forgiving for us just kind of popping in on the fly tonight without a plan, actually. Yeah, you know, that's the way that rolls. And without a plan and without a cocktail to, like, get us chatty. Magnolia, as always, thank you for being my partner in shenanigans crime. We have big thanks for WCOM and also for our underwriters. And if you would like to become an underwriter for our show or for WCOM's general operations, go to WCOMFM.org. Hit the Get Involved button and select Become an Underwriter. We would love to welcome you on board. All right, all you Shakers, join us next week on Monday, the 23rd of March, when we have our very first Besties episode. And two of our besties are going to be here. Tony and Poppy are going to be in the house. And we are super excited about that. So we will see you next week. And until then, all you Shakers, keep on shaking. This is for you, Kim Marie.